I have been saving this for today's season of Discovery Gold Seller Leaks Everything. It's shameless. A video by Meta Goblin, and I've been waiting all day to watch this. It's gonna be fun. He made previous videos like this, interviews with gold sellers, and they gave a lot of info. We're gonna see how deep the rabbit hole goes. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
All the cool new abilities in Season Discovery are fun for players to enjoy. Unfortunately, they also make the bots more powerful, therefore making these gold farms much more profitable. And the very small level cap in SOD makes the servers much more lucrative than any other previous version of World of Warcraft.
Is this Boopy's character? Whoa! Meta Goblin, look at that intro.
So far, Season Discovery, without a shadow of a doubt, has been one of the best things Blizzard have done for a long time. It makes me very optimistic about the future of classic WoW.
I can
But the problem is, since most people are enjoying the game in blissful ignorance, we are largely unaware of the dark gold selling underworld that is growing day by day.
Okay, listen, we are aware. We are aware of the gold selling. It's just that, well, it doesn't really bother me that much. I would prefer not to have gold selling and stuff like that.
After talking to many long-term and experienced gold sellers myself, I can quite confidently claim that the situation is worse than anything we have seen on Wrath servers.
Wow.
There's a reason why there are so many clips of bot armies on YouTube, Reddit, and other sites. I've been lucky enough to thoroughly interview an active gold seller currently in action on the Season of Discovery servers.
Oh my god.
You see, there's a lot of inaccurate and overestimated information about gold selling. The comment sections and Reddit posts are further exasperating the mass confusion within the WoW community about the situation, still spewing absolute nonsense that I've debunked in previous videos months ago. But hopefully, that will all end today. You see, this is the main reason why Vostok, the gold seller I interviewed, has come forth, because he's quite frankly tired of people talking out of their ass. Today we will reveal the following: how do people set up bots and how do they work, what are the gold sellers doing in-game to make gold, the ins and outs of fly hacking instance farming, why are there so many bots in SOD and why is it even worse than Wrath, and lastly we'll talk about how the true source of this dilemma is actually the players.
Okay, why is it so bad? Is because gold buying has become something that everyone does. It used to be at least frowned upon in the past. Today people go like, oh, I just bought gold, and they even like brag about it. Gold EKP is a problem. It's part of the problem. Crusader Strike EU, my server, doesn't have gold EKPs. Oh my god, he worked a lot on this video. Footage in real life. Look what he's driving. Oh, it's a real life interview.
So there's a number of ways you can obtain a WoW gold farming bot. There's loads online that you can simply purchase with profiles for farming gold. Normally you pay for the bot software and also an unlocker to allow the program to work in-game. They're usually developed in China, Russia and Germany. There are some publicly available online, but if you want the best bots with the best profiles for the best and exclusive gold farms,
the best of the best,
this exchange normally happens privately, since the gold farming community is a very closed off community, not unlike a crime organization. You probably won't get inside the inner circle without building your own big botting infrastructure with the bots that are...
Wait. Spell ID, spell range, minimum enemies, player max health, target health, buff on player, debuff on target, combo points. Is this like an add-on? Wow, Noro. Guys, don't get this one. I know some of you might be tempted to try something like this. You gotta get caught. Listen, Blizzard is not stupid. They have like programs, they have anti-hacks, they can detect those things. Don't try this, you gotta lose your account.
Publicly available. You'll be contacted later by a more advanced bot developer when you grab their attention and establish yourself as a serious farmer. Vostok was contacted by a more advanced bot developer from China. Following this exchange, he was given access to a bot he could infinitely use on a number of different accounts. You see, you usually have to pay for one bot per account.
This sounds like some sort of CIA recruiting operation or something. You've been contacted by another guy after you use this for a while.
Using publicly available bots online like Beneto or GTBot.
Yeah, this is what gets you banned probably.
Monthly fee, and you'll have to pay it with cryptocurrency, as the bot devs don't want to do refunds in case the bot stops working due to Blizzard implementing an update.
Wow.
Developing a bot is a very complicated process. It requires advanced programming, knowledge particularly in C++, and an in-depth understanding of how the WoW game client works.
Can ChatGPT make one?
It's been described to me like a pyramid scheme. You need handfuls of devs that understand the game client and its anti-cheat aka warden system. In simple terms, they create unlockers that extend the game's functionality so that add-ons can be used for more than just modifying the UI. They do this by creating custom LUA code, like logic scripts for example to go and kill NPCs, loot this, do that. These people will sell their LUA scripts to other devs. If you've ever wondered why other MMOs really support custom add-ons, this is why. The game client is more exposed for exploitation. And then there are other devs who specialise in essentially outwitting WoW's anti-cheat system, so there's basically a community of different developers collaborating and selling their services in order to finally create a functional World of Warcraft.
Back in 2004, bots were like going from point A to point B. And then Blizzard noticed that there was a problem with bots. And in between point A and point B, they put an obstacle. So what had happened is that all the bots were stuck in that obstacle and they weren't able to go around it. And then a GM would come, would see 200 bots there stuck, and they would ban one by one. Boom, 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 boom. And bot developers became smarter, but also Blizzard became smarter. And it's been like this for the past 20 years, man. I'm not even joking. Like, I've seen a Blizzard developers talking about this. Soon we're gonna have like artificial intelligence bots. And you're not gonna be able to stop those. They will behave exactly like humans. It's getting to the point where it's gonna be scary.
Warcraft bots. So you're probably wondering why you are seeing so many bot armies run in and out of stockades or other locations. Most people still have this very inaccurate belief that every time Blizzard sees a bot, they see their $15 per month subscription fee. This really isn't the case, since in most cases botters don't pay a sub fee or pay very little. The former GM I interviewed, BPK, claimed that many botters use stolen credit cards and PayPal accounts to pay for the sub fee. By the way, in the description of this video there will be a link to a playlist of this Stranglethorn Vice series in case you have missed an episode. And the other method that Vostok has brought to my attention is purchasing cheap debit cards in Ukraine and Argentina. Let me explain this process. You see, Blizzard have a scheme to make WoW affordable in less economically progressed countries by reducing a fee in the local currency. So bot farmers purchase a short-term debit card with a bank from that country with enough of the local currency to pay for 1 month of subscription fee. This is normally equivalent to $5 to $7, but sometimes when the currency is very volatile, this could drop significantly, and therefore a bot farmer will purchase them in bulk for next to nothing. So Blizzard...
Man, remember when people said that bots are actually good for Blizzard? Well, it turns out that not. They're actually going around the system to purchase like inexpensive subs from poor countries. A multi-boxer pays the same subscription fee like you do. So it's not all sunshines and rainbows, boys. If they get banned, they can come back.
Blizzard really don't make a lot of money from gold farmers, if anything. I mean, bots ruin the player experience and encourage players to unsubscribe. Bots are only a negative for Blizzard, and there's no way to conclusively work this out, but it very likely results in a profit drop. By the way guys, I'm currently working all the way through the night to get this video finally done. It's taken a good month to get it finished.
Oh my god.
So I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe to the channel. There's loads of subscriber only guides for Season of Discovery that you can check out also if you just go to my channel page.
Oh, he has sub only content. That's smart.
So what are the main in-game hustles in the Season of Discovery? What are the gold sellers doing? Let's go through this in a step-to-step process. So let's say Mr. Bot Farmer has got an account set up and he's in-game ready to go. Firstly, he's going to make a mage, and he's going to turn on a bot profile that's going to get him leveled up to level 25 as fast as possible.
Is he using Rested XP?
The main play is to get access to the Living Bomb and Living Flame ability.
Was the bot using Rested XP, or that was not bot footage, it was just filler footage? I was like... Okay. I mean, even the bots need to level efficiently, you know what I mean?
As these are great AoE abilities for farming instances. And
Haven,
at level 25, if they're playing Hold, we're going to be farming RFC, or if they're playing Alliance, they'll be farming Stockades for gold. Now, how do they do this without dying, you may wonder? This is where the fly hack software comes into play, which works alongside the bot, using the same unlocking LOE scripts that we mentioned earlier. The fly hack tells the client that the player wants to go up on the Y-axis.
Look how many
this is controlled client side, and the fly hack has been developed in a way that the anti-cheat system does not automatically detect the hack. Essentially, there's a team of people developing fly hacks, and then there's a team of people on Blizzard's side developing a way to deter the fly hack, and they're constantly in a battle against each other.
Just like I said
so the
earlier.
bot flies between two evade spots very quickly, dealing damage with AoE abilities between these two spots. This way the mobs don't reset or evade.
Dramatic
They
reconstruction,
will all
I get
die,
it.
meanwhile the bot doesn't take any damage. Now, although the cool new abilities in Season Discovery are fun for players to enjoy, unfortunately they also make the bots more powerful, therefore making these gold farms much more profitable. And the very small level cap in SOD makes the servers much more lucrative than any other previous version of World of Warcraft. You see, for the life of a bot, there's two phases, the leveling time and the gold farming time. In SOD, this leveling time is very quick because bots can start making gold at level 25, and this only takes about 30 hours tops. Plus, in SOD, there's a huge demand for gold, and more IRL money can be made from smaller amounts of gold, especially compared to retail and Wrath. And this is why you are seeing so many bot armies in-game. The strategy gold farmers are using currently is a quick pump and dump strategy. Make as much gold before you get banned. To be fair to Blizzard, they are actually banning accounts very quickly in the ballpark of 2 to 3 weeks. But the problem is because of
It was just like 2 weeks ago where Blizzard banned 270,000 accounts, man. 270,000. Just can you imagine how many there are?
the low level cap, gold farmers can make a lot of real life money quickly before they get banned. It's actually in the ballpark of $30 to $40 per day per account, and the number of bots people are running ranges from small timers doing about
$30 to $40 per day per account, right? If you set up a bot, it levels in 1 day, because it grinds 24/7. The bot grinds 24/7. You set up the account, it grinds for a week before it gets banned. That means you still make a profit. You pay the sub fee. Oh yeah, you make profit from day one. So that means if they make 5 gold per hour, 10 hours 50 gold, 24 hours 100 gold, let's say. 100 gold a day. How much is 100 gold if you buy it in Season of Discovery? I don't know the prices of gold. Assuming that it makes 100 gold per day, that was my assumption. So 10 euro per day. But if you have like 100 bot, then it kind of makes sense, right?
12 accounts to the giants doing way over 450 accounts. You've probably come across this clip of a Chinese bot farmer showing off his setup. What is happening here in this footage is it's from the launch of SOD, and he's using hunters to farm as much resources from the open world as possible. You see, when a server launches, you can make a lot of IRL money from very little gold. Most gold farmers don't actually use...
That's what they do, man. They kind of feed on new releases and new MMOs. It was the same with the bot farming in Lost Ark. They were bot farms that were hosting like 1,000 accounts at once, because they can put like 64 or 128 in one PC to run at the same time.
Their own PCs. They rent virtual PCs cheaply from Russia for about $2 per day.
Wow.
They'll sometimes use more legit companies that are set up for general virtual machine usage, but since so many people are using virtual machines for gold farming, it has birthed a market for people who specialize in providing PCs for people who want to farm gold in MMOs. Therefore, the PC rigs themselves are optimized around more CPU than GPU power in order to better run the programs required for botting. By the way, they don't do this to avoid getting IP banned or anything. Blizzard rarely IP ban people because it can cause complications when people have more than one WoW account in a single property, like for instance in student accommodation. They simply do it because it's cheaper than running a PC on your own electricity, since obviously different countries have cheaper energy costs. No doubt the war in Ukraine has influenced this. As we know from interviewing a former GM BBK, he confirmed that there are no GMs in the game actively looking for and banning bots. They basically just are ticket machines. They spend all of the time just responding to tickets.
Why don't you have like one employee per region that logs in every server and does a /who, Shadowfang Keep? They go, you see level 16 rogues, 20 of them. Boop, 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 boop. You ban 20, bye-bye. It takes 5 minutes in the morning when you have your coffee before you start doing the tickets. You move to the next server, or one dedicated GM for this. That would be like awesome.
And barely actually going into the game. Instead, Blizzard have risk assessment teams that look at data intermittently to see when accounts have suspicious data, like for instance a player being too low on the y-axis of a Stockades instance that shouldn't be possible, and then the ban comes in.
Wow.
However, the other week, many bots were randomly teleported into the ocean to drown. You can see this in the screenshot that I'm providing, and this was shared from another gold farmer. Maybe this means Blizzard are in fact taking a more hands-on approach, but I can't confirm that. What I can confirm is that ever since I actually started making this series, many people in the gold farming industry have told me how it's getting much harder to turn over as much profit as they once did. And this is because Blizzard are taking the situation way more seriously and
He's probably right here. It's not worth it to go and hand ban them. But so many times you can just get rid of so many. It feels like, I know they have probably better automation things. They're not dumb, Blizzard. If they banned 270,000 accounts in the past weeks or so, maybe they have a different system to find them. But I would still think that one GM to come and clear the ones that are doing it blatantly live would still be satisfactory to see. Maybe a message in the morning, right? When you log into your World of Warcraft game in the morning, and a GM comes and puts like a broadcast. Good morning, server, Crusader Strike NA. I am GM, and we're going to start banning the bots. Boom, boom, boom. You know, like, it feels like they care about the community. It feels like they're involved into this, rather than doing whatever they're doing from the shadows.
Getting more strict, which proves that publicity of the issue is benefiting the game in the long run. So please share this video with as many people as you can and get as many of your favourite streamers to react to it, and also get them to turn their reaction into something permanent like a clip on YouTube. I'm totally okay with streamers and other content creators doing this, because the more publicity that this video gets, the better it will benefit the game. Gold farmers are also finding the best way to approach the ban climate. Sometimes, for instance in SOD right now, the bans are coming quite fast, so the best strategy is to farm 24/7 and get as much gold before the ban. But sometimes a more subtle approach is better, for instance only farming 16 hours a day to evade a ban. We know that in the past, gold farmers have been able to get away with farming on Wrath of Lich King Classic for months without getting banned.
Wow. It was the case when I was playing Burning Crusade. I was farming in Zangarmarsh, and I'm not joking, but I leveled 3 characters to 70, and each time I come across that, I'm using Rested XP, right? So I'm using the same path every time. So each time I came across those bog lords in Zangarmarsh, the same bots, same name, same everything, 24/7 grinding there. They weren't banned for months. I think they were farming Terracones that were dropping from those giants. The Seed Boys, let's see
and
chapter 3.
And now to address the Elec in the room. There's a reason why there's so many gold farmers in Season of Discovery making a substantial profit. And it's because so many people are buying the gold.
Obviously.
You see, there's a new novelty that incentivizes players to purchase more gold, and it is the GDKP. GDKPs are already dominating live servers. Some days when I look at the LG Bulletin Board add-on, I see more GDKP runs than...
For those who are watching this video, the numbers here, the 51, that could mean 51,000 gold, and it goes down the rabbit hole. You might not see because of the chat.
The rise of this loot system in the classic WoW raiding scene creates a vicious, never-ending circle, making the RMT world richer and richer. I'm not exclusively blaming people who buy gold, because obviously there are many parties at fault here, but if you buy gold, you should know that you're contributing to making the game worse for everyone else. The purchase of gold and a participation in GDKPs inflates server economies, and the consequence of this is now your casual dad game has to farm 5 hours a week for his raid consumes instead of just the 1 hour. You may not care about casual gamers, but they do take up a big portion of the player base, especially in Season of Discovery. So by buying gold, you are stabbing your fellow players in the back and shooting yourself in the face.
I don't think initially the gold EKP system is bad. You have a currency, you trade for that, and it gives the reasons for people who are already best in slot and that don't have any more reasons to raid to keep on raiding. You don't get epics anymore from the raid, but you still want to do it because you get like that currency which you can use in the next phase or the next expansion, if you want to say it this way. The problem is the gold buying. The system would be perfect without gold buying, man. I know. There's a good argument that gold EKP incentivizes gold buying. And you will always have in one gold EKP at least 1 or 2 gold buyers. I think I was the only one who did consistently gold EKPs in Wrath of the Lich King without ever purchasing every single gold. And I managed to make about close to a gold cap in Wrath of the Lich King. I realized after a while that I was just taking gold from people who bought it. It made me feel dirty.
Because you are, in the long run, making the game worse for everyone. If that doesn't convince you to never buy gold again, you should know that I have been told rumours that there are many links between the world of RMT and the world of real-world crime. Apparently people use gold farming setups or some safe startup cash to then pursue purchasing drugs for resale, for instance, fraud by hacking bank accounts, websites, etc. And apparently it's also...
Oh yeah, this is real. Like fraud, they can, if you buy gold from shady places, you might get like your things stolen.
Very good way to launder illegally obtained cash, because people like to basically purchase a load of WoW gold and then resell it for cryptocurrency, and who knows where that gold, that real life money has come from in the first place. Guys, Season of Discovery is well on its way to having an economy as f***ed as Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Stop buying gold and stop doing GDKPs. Ciao.
Ciao. Video from Metagoblin, boys.